deliciously flavored at the turn of a dial with 0 sugar and 0 calories. And Circle has over 40 flavors, so your water can be as unique as you are. Try Circle, available now at Walmart.
I would try to encourage anyone to quit smoking. I can't tell you what to do, but what I can tell you is that this can happen to you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Entertainment Tonight, thank you so much for showing up.
Beyond the incredible talent and love of family, Jamie Foxx is also all about giving back.
Happening now.
A fire ripped through this San Antonio auto shop yesterday. The surprising cause of that blaze and why one of the co-owners is still optimistic.
Summer's here, which means kids are out of school and spending time with close family and friends, sometimes a little too close. How you can prevent and get rid of head lice if your child catches it over summer vacation.
Feeling the heat again today and the unusually high humidity. We'll take a look at the heat index values and some thunderstorms in the hill country we're watching. An update in just a bit.
We start with a fire on a near Northside auto shop with a surprising start, but a quick answer to the flames kept it from being worse than it was. That car shop at Blanco in San Francisco.
The fire torched part of that shop and several cars. Garrett Berger with how something many of us toyed with as kids probably started this fire.
Gamaliel Flores had been having a nice Father's Day on Sunday when he got the call that he and his brother's auto shop was on fire.
I walked just running into getting my truck. I could see the smoke already.
His brother's car was damaged, along with 3 customer vehicles, 2 totaled, and another that had its front plastic melted up and warped. Not to mention the shop itself.
All of this in here was all smoke and heat. It was not, the fire was concentrated in the back in the corner.
Flores said they were doing some remodeling and had a mirror out back. And he says the arson investigator told him that was what sparked off the blaze.
It's like a magnifying glass is what he was telling me.
But he says firefighters told him they were already out cruising when they got the call out, and they got there fast.
Other than that, it probably would have engulfed the whole property, you know.
The back of the shop may be charred and blackened, but Flores' faith, the same faith that has him keep this signpost out here, which looks like a cross, is what keeps him optimistic about the shop's future.
The Bible says that what the enemy intends for bad, God will use it for good, you know, so, hey, there's no catastrophes, you know, nobody got hurt, you know, it's just materialistic stuff.
And like the cars they fix, Flores says they'll be back up and running. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
A number of families in mourning after a horrible crash in Comfort this morning shut down traffic on Highway 87 and took 5 lives. We first reported the crash on Good Morning San Antonio, but now we are learning more information. This is the stretch where it occurred. The Department of Motor Vehicles says it now appears that a small white sedan with 4 men inside tried to pass in a no passing zone and struck another car. That other car with 1 person inside. All 5 people died at the scene. The crash happening near the center stripe of the highway around 7:30 this morning between Fredericksburg and Comfort. That highway shut down in the 900 block of Highway 87, cleared early this afternoon. But again, all 5 people died in the crash, and we're working to get more details.
1 person in the hospital, another arrested after a 3-car crash on Sunday. It happened at 10:15 p.m. close to Somerset Road on the city's southwest side. According to police, a maroon GMC Sierra traveling at a high rate of speed when it ran a red light hit a Dodge Caravan at the intersection. That Dodge Caravan then struck a Tundra. The driver of the Dodge had to be cut out of the vehicle, is still in serious condition. 2 children also injured. The driver of the Sierra who caused the accident charged with aggravated assault.
Multiple lanes of I-35 shut down overnight because there was a trash fire under the overpass. It happened just north of downtown at 10:40. Fire crews say the fire was inside the water drainage area underneath I-35, and that made it difficult to put out. The fire out, but the Brooklyn Avenue exit on the upper level has been closed all day long.
A San Antonio restaurant owner thought it was a bunch of bull when he found out someone stole his bull statue. This is Manolo. He's usually found outside Taco Don Manolito in Stone Oak. A few weeks ago, the owner, David Barquette, actually got a call from staff when they showed up to find that someone was able to cut a chain that was tying Manolo down. They took off with him.
He was very surprised. I mean, you can steal maybe an ashtray, maybe a glass, but How do you steal a 150-pound fiberglass bowl?
Yeah, it was 150 pounds. Manolo went for a ride around San Antonio, but he was found safe and unharmed. It's a crazy story. Coming up at 6, Eric Hernandez tells us just how and where this bull statue was found.
In international news, states now accelerating their efforts to block Chinese purchases of U.S. agricultural land. You may have heard about this. A growing number of states considering the legislation, which would ban sales of so-called foreign adversaries. 8 states already have the law, such as Virginia and North Dakota. Florida joined them just last month. Supporters of these measures say the U.S. needs to protect its food supply and military bases. Critics, though, worry about discrimination. Less than 1% of foreign-owned farmland in the U.S. right now belongs to Chinese investors. President Joe Biden highlighting his plan on climate change when he makes a campaign swing through Northern California this week. The president is going to be spending 3 days in the Bay Area, including a stop in Palo Alto on Monday. He'll be attending fundraisers in that state. He's expected to unveil, though, a major program to help communities, especially in coastal regions, so that they can become more resilient in extreme weather and other impacts of climate change. The trip comes less than a week after 4 major environmental groups, including the Sierra Club, endorsed the president's re-election bid.
At least 1 person dead, nearly 24 injured after a tornado swept through Mississippi. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez reports on the more than 50 million people across the Southeast facing the threat of severe weather, possibly including tornadoes, all amid record-breaking heat.
A deadly tornado swept through Jasper County, Mississippi overnight, leveling homes, tossing vehicles, and downing power lines. While west in Crystal Springs, residents woke to hail-ravaged vehicles and homes.
It is pretty bad. We got windows broken out. My neighbor, his window broken out. Our car's windows are broken out.
The Mississippi Emergency Management Agency is still assessing damage from the overnight storms.
We can't do nothing about it, I guess. Mother Nature doing what it do.
Forecasters are tracking new threats of hail, tornadoes, and high winds from central Texas, east to Florida, and up into the Carolinas Monday. Now, across Texas, Louisiana, southern New Mexico, and Mississippi, around 35 million people are under heat alerts from a blistering heat wave, according to the National Weather Service. Many will be taking on the heat without air conditioning.
It's like 94 inside, and you couldn't open the windows because it's probably hotter out there.
Hundreds of thousands of customers are without power in the South, prompting this Houston YMCA to open its doors.
We're a designated cooling center, which means that anyone in the city can walk into any YMCA and open a guest pass account.
The Weather Service in Midland, Texas, tweeting, "It's going to be hot. Try to spend as little time as possible outdoors." The worst heat is expected Monday through Wednesday. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The National Weather Service predicts the combination of temperature and humidity, or the heat index, could climb as high as 122 degrees in cities like Houston, Brownsville, Dallas, and yes, San Antonio. We'll check in with Adam Caskey momentarily.
Meantime, look outside. Who's driving around on this Juneteenth, and it's not a lot of people. Usually we've got a bit of a traffic backup here at 281 in San Pedro. Not today. A lot of people probably staying inside with their fans and air conditioners blowing.
Yeah, splash pads, pools, all of the above. That's what we're expecting, or that's what people should be enjoying with all this heat that we're expecting. 104, the unofficial high temperature so far today. That's a record by 1 degree. I'll have the official statement coming up at 6 o'clock. We still have some time between now and when we could see a little more warmth in that thermometer, but right now it stands at 104 for the high. Del Rio also had a record high by 1 degree. Right now, 106 in Warren's backyard. Eagle Pass 105 along with Floresville. 99 in Bernie and Leon Springs, 102 in New Braunfels. It's all about the feels like temperature, though. We're going to dive more into the heat index along with some storms off to our north and how hot it's going to feel the rest of this week in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Well, summertime when the kids head off to camps and sleepovers, and sometimes, they come home with head lice. Don't freak out, though. 12 Undersized Marilyn Moore takes a look at what works best to get rid of the lice and why you might need a little bit of time as well as patience.
Yeah, ew. Every year, some 6 to 12 million children get head lice. But as dreaded as the bugs are, they're not dangerous.
Lice don't transmit any disease, but they can spread easily from person to person, and their bites can make the scalp itchy and irritated, and sometimes the scratching can lead to an infection.
So if your child's friend or summer camp reports an infestation, inspect your child right away. You're looking for tiny yellow or white eggs or nits. Before you run to the drugstore,
over-the-counter products like permethrin are unlikely to offer much relief because many to most lice are actually now resistant to those chemicals. And certain other prescription pesticide products like Malthion and Lindane can have concerning side effects.
Some studies show that a non-pesticide ingredient, dimethicone, can suffocate lice. It's in products like Nix Ultra and Lice MD.
One of the best methods for many kids is combing out lice from wet hair, as long as your child's hair can tolerate that. If not, also likely effective are prescription topical Spinosad or Natroba and over-the-counter topical ivermectin.
This is your best tool for combing, a fine-toothed metal comb. Hair can still get through, but eggs and nits can't. You'll also need a lubricant like hair conditioner or olive oil. Separate the hair into small sections and comb, concentrating near the scalp. As you work, wipe the comb on a paper towel and keep combing until you no longer find lice. Then wash or rinse. You'll need to repeat this every couple of days for several weeks. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
One of San Antonio's last events for Juneteenth, a golf tournament to help kids. We're going to learn about the decades-old history of this tradition when we come back.
I'm Myra Arthur, and this is what we have working for you on the news at 6 o'clock today. Governor Greg Abbott vetoed a bill that would have increased penalties for owning dangerous dogs. Today at 6, we get reaction from Animal Care Services and their plan now moving forward. The White House held its first ever Juneteenth celebration, and a Bexar County commissioner was invited. Max Massey spoke with Tommy Calvert to hear all about this visit. And slavery was prevalent across the South in the 19th century, and San Antonio was not immune from that. Jesse DeGollado teaches us how Bexar County's agricultural economy was shaped by this harsh time in history. That and more coming your way today on the news at 6.
Thank you so much, Myra. And before we get off the subject of Juneteenth, the Juneteenth Gold Tournament was today. There were more than 40 participants, all raising money for charity. It started this morning at the club at Santerra, and this Juneteenth tradition is a wonderful day to commemorate the freedom of formerly enslaved people. It's been going on for 27 years right here in San Antonio. Some of the tournament's proceeds are going to go to the Miller Child Development Center to help kids. For some participants at today's events, it's an effort they hold very close to their heart.
Miller Child Development Center was started by Hazel Miller, who happens to be my mother, and it's the first child development center, and it's the oldest child development center serving the children on the eastern sector of San Antonio.
It's a golf tournament, not a gold tournament. My apologies. Miller hopes to continue this event for many years to come and keep on helping the East Side community. If you'd like to know more about Black history in San Antonio, especially the parts that have been kept hidden for some time, you can scan the QR code you see on your screen right now and be taken to our KSAT Explains webpage. There, you can watch and learn how famous city landmarks like the Majestic Theater and the San Antonio Missions all have ties to Black history here.
We're a little more than halfway through the month of June, but the road work in and around the Alamo City is expected to continue. So let's go ahead and get you in the know before you have to go. 281 over here on the north side of San Antonio. Plenty of work always takes place, but this time we're going to see some curb construction happen. Now, this does begin Monday, June 19th, and it's going to take us all the way to the end of the work week, Friday, June 23rd. It all starts around 9 in the morning, so be prepared for that because it's going to wrap around 3 in the afternoon. Let's keep our fingers crossed that's the case. Single lane closures on the southbound frontage roads right around Borgfeld Road. All right, I'm going to take a jump over here to I-10 in Kendall County. Rail and painting repairs. If you travel through the area, expect to see this work wrap up on Friday, June 23rd, but it's during a pretty busy time. 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. alternating lane closures on the frontage road in both directions from State Highway 46 to US 87. I have one more for you here at I-10 in Guadalupe County. Barrier setting. And this does begin overnight Monday, June 19th and should wrap pretty quickly Tuesday, June 20th. It starts at 9 in the evening, as I mentioned, and should wrap around 5 in the morning. We'll see a single westbound main lane closure at Santa Clara Road, so always know what to expect. Grab your phones right now, open those camera apps, and scan that QR code that's on your screen now. That takes you directly to our KSAT traffic page. I have updated the list of closures that are happening throughout the month of June, so know what to expect before you hit those roadways.
All right, let's check out live cam right now, and it is hot. That's not the heat index.
Nope.
That is the air temperature. 104 for a high today. All right, the story we did earlier said the heat index could hit 122 this week. You agree with that?
I don't, and I think it might be in outlying areas south and west of San Antonio. Yeah. Around town, I think the hottest heat index we could see is up to about 115 this week, which would tie for the highest heat index value on record here, which we hit last week. All right, let's get right to our temperature trend. 104 is what we're expecting again tomorrow. Then we trim off a few degrees. 103 Wednesday, 101 Thursday, and maybe just below triple digits briefly on Friday before those temperatures rise back up. Bottom line, it's going to continue to be hot and fairly sticky. I do think the vegetation and especially our ground is going to dry out a little bit more. So during the hottest part of the day, we will see those dew points drop off a little bit more day by day by day, which will mitigate the heat index value. But right now I'm still expecting the potential to be in San Antonio, that heat index up to 115 over the next several days. Right now, the temperature officially 104, dew point of 68. That's an improvement for the dew point. It's still high, but it is an improvement. We're starting to see some slightly drier afternoon air when we get the typical mixing. But last week, over the weekend, we didn't get that. You look at the air temps now. Eagle Pass 109, Del Rio 108. That's a record by a few degrees. I'll have the full update coming up at 6. Cotulla, actual air temperature of 114, along with Laredo. You realize San Antonio has never officially gotten even that hot before. Our all-time record high temperature is 111 for the actual air temperature. Hondo 103, Castroville 106, Stinson on the south side 103. Very hot out there and very humid. Look at these dew points. Many areas still have dew points in the 70s, which is unusual for this time of day and this time of year, especially off to the west where it's typically drier. Del Rio, a dew point of 72. This goes to show that all the rain that we had over the spring really moistened our soil, and of all the vegetation as a result, with the evapotranspiration just adding to that mugginess and that humidity during the afternoons. In turn, here's what it feels like. Del Rio, 120. That's your feels like temperature. Eagle Pass 119. Now with the lower dew point in Cotulla, it feels like it's 1 degree warmer than the air temperature. That's more typical for this time of year in terms of the heat index value. But San Antonio International feels like 111, Bulverde 113, Canyon Lake feels like 114. Now, speaking of rain, we did have some storms yesterday in the hill country. Kerrville got hit by some large hail. Right now, the storm activity is north of I-10 for the most part, from Junction all the way toward Mason up to Brady as well. This activity is pushing off to the east. I'll turn off all the warnings and the lightning. This is generally trending eastward toward Buchanan and LBJ, the lakes there, the reservoirs farther east of those storms. We'll keep an eye on them, but as of now, it looks like they'll stay out of the KSAT 12 viewing area. So we do have the upper level heat high overhead. However, it's not centered right overhead. It's over northern Mexico right now. In turn, we have this northwesterly flow aloft, which still keeps the door open for some afternoon storms periodically. So really every afternoon all the way through Friday, we've got a 10 to 20% chance of a thunderstorm or two, mainly in the hill country and north of San Antonio. I also want to touch on this really quickly. The tropics are heating up. We're going to get into this in more detail. We have a new tropical storm in the Atlantic. We'll get to that coming up at 6 o'clock. 79 in the morning, 104 tomorrow afternoon, feels like 114. Divine at air temp of 108. Seguin making it to 104, and notice those slight rain and storm chances every afternoon, mainly to the north of town.
Looking forward to Friday. Only 99.
Only. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Cool wave. All right. All this week, the Spurs are under the spotlight.
Absolutely. We just got back from the Spurs practice facility, 20-30 minutes ago. Yeah. We got to sit down with Spurs general manager Brian Wright today. We talked to him about a lot of things involving the NBA draft. We also talked to him about his lottery winning reaction. Plus, we spoke to an ESPN draft analyst today to get his thoughts on Victor Wembanyama. Coming up. The NBA draft is coming up on Thursday night, and that's when the Spurs are expected to select Victor Wembanyama of the first overall selection. Wemby fever really took off in San Antonio after Spurs won the NBA draft lottery back on May 16th. Spurs managing partner Peter J. Holt did not hide his emotions that night the instant he knew the Spurs won the lotto. But earlier that same evening, before the TV broadcast of the lottery, Spurs general manager Brian Wright was very cool upon learning his team had won the top pick. He wanted to respect the other 13 teams in the room, and that he did. Today, we sat down with Wright and talked about his reaction compared to Peter's.
Yeah, so when I got to the celebration dinner with the staff, my reaction was a lot closer to Peter John's than it was in that moment. But yeah, it's just, this franchise means so much to the city and to all of us. And just seeing that natural reaction and just that excitement, it's kind of what it means going forward for us.
So you did have your Peter J moment already?
Oh, I did. It's captured on film, but you won't see it.
Oh, I wish we could see that. We'll have more with Wright at 6. The Spurs winning the draft lottery for the third time in franchise history made deciding their first pick easier, but there are certain things teams can't say about draft prospects because they are similar to free agents and teams don't want to get busted for tampering. That said, ESPN NBA draft analyst Jonathan Givony can say what he wants about any prospect. We Zoomed with him today and asked him to describe Wemby and who he compares him to.
All those things. I mean, we've just never seen that in a package from a player this age, 19 years old. I think you can think about, like a Kevin Durant type player on offense, a Kevin Garnett type player on defense, but 5 inches taller than both of those guys. So, it's really unique and it's special and it's exciting for everybody in the NBA and especially for fans in San Antonio.
Robin Roberts of Good Morning America posted a picture of herself and Wemby hanging out in Paris. GMA aired a spot promoting her interview with Wembanyama that will air Wednesday morning at 7. So Wednesday, our live reports begin from Brooklyn at 5 p.m. Then on Thursday, we'll air extended draft night coverage at 5, 6, and 6:30, and then the night beat. Plus, you can watch the NBA draft Thursday night live right here on KSAT 12.
Absolutely.
I'm pumped up.
Yeah, we got you covered.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
So 104 is what we're forecasting tomorrow. That would be another record high by 1 degree, feeling like it's up to about 115 and a few storm chances every afternoon through Friday. And notice still 103 on Wednesday and right around 100 thereafter. So CPS Energy's peak energy demand day yellow tomorrow. So you can go to our website for more ideas on how to conserve energy between 3 and 8 p.m.
Thank you, Adam. Hope everyone stays cool. Thanks for watching.
See you at 6.